Yo, what's going on, everybody? So, I got a couple comments. Everybody wanted to know about kind of my settings of what I use for, um, Battlefield and whatnot. And I just kind of wanted to get into that, give y'all a little video of what I go through, my settings, my setup, what works best for me. It may not be what's best for you, but it's what's best for me. And if you wanted to be better at moving a lot quicker, being a lot better, this is kind of how I went about it. But first off, I do not use a regular controller, not a regular Xbox controller. I use the Series 2 Elite controller for Xbox. The reason is because on the back of the controller, you have about 4 different paddles to do several different things. So you see my setup here. I have A is my big paddle, big lower paddle on the back of my Elite controller. B is my small paddle on the back. Y is my small one on the back on the left side. And X is my big paddle on the left side in the back. This works best for me because with Battlefield especially, I like my hands to be comfortable. I don't like my hands placed on R1, R2, or and L2. I like it this way. Left bumper, right bumper. I just realized I said that completely wrong. I like it this way because it's just better for me. Because it's more comfortable. I like my hands to be firmly around the controller, nice grip, and whatnot. But let me show you how I have my Battlefield settings. This will be my settings. What works best? What works best for me? And if you want to give it a try, give it a try. I definitely say give it a try. Fine tune it to how you can play the best. Because this will not work for everybody. It will not be what's best for everybody or everybody's play style. I'm a very aggressive player, and I've been an aggressive player for a while now on this particular battlefield. The last couple battlefields, I was not that aggressive. Okay, so in my field of view, I have it maxed out. I think this probably will forever be one of your biggest things. I think you should always have your field of view maxed out on ADS field of view, vehicle field of view, all of it. I think it is essential to having good view of the battlefield in front of you and a great sense of what's around you as well. So for my graphic settings, I got my brightness around 71. I like to be able to see everything. I don't like it to be kind of dark. It's kind of weird in that way. I don't have any motion blur. I don't like it. It's weird. It messes me up a lot. So I pretty much turned it completely off. I just can't do it. But I just wanted to show that because right now I'm about to show the controller settings. I'm not showing really anything else, but I'm just showing you guys my controller setting and what works best for me. Okay, so I have a custom control layout. And let's go through it really quick. So we're going to start off with the A, X, B, and Y. My A is for jumping, vaulting, parachute deploy, and change seat. I like to reload with X and enter vehicles and whatnot. This is one thing that a lot of people probably should change. I think it'll help you a lot. Is crouching with B instead of the thumbstick. And the reason that is for me is because My hands are already kind of on when I'm shooting or whatnot. My thumbs are on the thumbsticks, but it's easy for me to just kind of go to prone really fast and not really accidentally melee uh, when I'm trying to move or something like that. I don't like that kind of getting in the way of what I do. So I switched up that and I switched up melee and crouch because it's easier that way. My primary attachments and weapons is Y. I like to ping with RB and fire with the right triggers. Oh. And then a huge another thing. If you decide to invest in the Elite controller, especially the Series 2, the new one, on the back side, there are like these little pins to where you have levels to your triggers. So instead of your trigger going all the way down, so whenever you pull a trigger, the trigger will go all the way in. With these little tabs on the backside, you can change where it'll stop. So mine stops very high. So I can switch up my rate of fire. My rate of fire is a lot faster because I'm not going a longer distance to pull the trigger. It's kind of like a hair trigger. So if you know anything about guns, if you know anything about guns, the hair trigger is pretty much you barely really have to move it. You just click it and boom, done. So I pretty much have mine set on hair trigger, and I think you should as well. It is a very essential thing for this type of gaming on Battlefield, any really FPS on Xbox. I can't really speak for the PlayStation. I do have one, but I don't play on it like that because I have all my games on my Xbox. But with this setup, it is pretty much for being aggressive, moving fast, moving very quickly, being very light on, essentially very light on your feet, being able to move a lot. Let's get into the other things that I definitely switched around, which is on the D-pad. The D-pad, I have the class gadget as up, the fire mode as down, the special gadget as left, and the normal gadget as right. These are different from the update because I like the first version of the setup, and I wanted to pretty much match that because when Battlefield put out their, I think it was Season 5 update, they changed the controller settings, and I didn't like that. So these are the original controller layouts. My sprint is clicking down left twice on the left thumbstick, and I can move left to right with the left thumbstick as well. I throw my grenades and throw knives with LB. I zoom with the left trigger, and obviously the mini map is there as well. So here are my sensitivities, my aim assist, all the things I think for a controller. These are essential. I think these should be the way that for me, this should be your baseline. These should be your, all right, I'm going to go with this. This looks pretty right. Okay. My soldier aim assist is at 70. Any faster than 70 is way too fast, and I'm going to miss my target. Any slower, I'm not moving quick enough. Okay, like I said, my field of view is 105 maxed out. Your ADS field of view, have it turned on. Your uniform soldier aiming, have that on as well. Now, the zoom sensitivity coefficient, I think this is at default at 60, and I think you should probably keep it there. I wouldn't change it because it really kind of messes you up. Soldier aim assist, have that on 100 for controller players, and the aim assist slowdown, have that on 100 as well. Now the zoom snap, turn that off. It will mess you up a lot more than you think. I've tested it out. I've done it. I don't like the way it works, and I can't go back to it now because I'm so used to having it off. My soldier input curve, I have it on standard. I'm okay with this. Standard is all cool. I'm not using, I'm not using the 2042. I'm not using BF5. I'm not BF1 or BF4 or BF3. Bad Company 1 or 2. I like standard. Standard is just a very simple, very smooth curve. It's nothing extra. Okay, nothing extra. So here are my movements. The sprint is click, like I showed in the controller setup. I like to click and double click to sprint. Pretty easy stuff here. We got my zoom with the left trigger. I steady scope. Obviously, you hold that, and I hold that with the pressing down on the left thumbstick. Now the soldier zoom aim assist, zoom aim sensitivity. Keep it on 100. 100 will do you justice. Trust me. That's all you need. No more, no less. I don't want to. I don't want to stress that too much, because that'll be. I kind of mess you up if you're so used to a certain thing. So the vertical aim ratio. I believe this is still at default at 50. I believe. I don't think that it was done anything different, and all of these are still the same as well. I did not do anything extra with the controller tuning. All of this is, I believe, default, how it comes. I never changed anything about it, and I wouldn't if I were you. But if you want to play with it a little bit, you can go ahead. I completely understand. Now I'm not in vehicles much, but I believe everything is default. I'll go through that as well, but I believe everything here is default. I have not changed it. Everything here I have not touched because I'm not in vehicles much. I'm more of a infantry player than a vehicle player. Yeah, this is my setup, what works best for me. Do what you need to do. Find out what works for you. I hope this helps for everybody that definitely asked me to make a video about it. But figure out what works best for you. Adjust as needed during the game. Sometimes it's needed. Don't be afraid to stop for a second. Adjust. See if it feels better. If it feels better, keep playing. And sometimes it may not feel better in that moment, but the more you play with it, the more you get used to it, the easier it becomes, and the easier you can adjust to it. And hopefully you go from kind of like what I did, especially when I got the Elite controller. I went from probably getting, 20, 30 kills and going, 26 and 15 from that to 50 and 16 or 50 and 20 to now, I'm higher in kills and still kind of in that same 16 to 20 deaths a game, and still trying to get lower. But if y'all want a video of me showing you guys kind of how I like to move, like my movements and my reads in the game, I can definitely do that for you guys. Just let me know in the comment section. I have no problem making videos on request if it's within my means. So I thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.